Alright. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Hope we're all doing well. Welcome to the chat, TK. Hope you're doing well, brother. Welcome. Bit of an earlier stream today. Oh my god, it's so bright in here. Holy crap. Yeah, a bit of an earlier stream today because, yeah, I can't do this evening, unfortunately. But, yeah, something a bit different. We used to do a lot of streams around this time in the afternoon. So, yeah, a bit of a nostalgic feel, I suppose. But yes, DK, we will be seeing the new Heathrow today. I've got the iniScene Heathrow installed. Just got it actually just before the stream. I haven't seen it in person yet myself. I've seen Philbert Fly's fantastic review of the scenery, and yeah, it's looking pretty good. Definitely much better than the default. But yeah, we shall see soon. We're going to be flying today from Edinburgh to London Heathrow on VATSIM, and it should be pretty nice. Two really good sceneries today. Obviously the Pyreegue Edinburgh, which is just absolutely fantastic, and then we've got Heathrow by iniScene, so it should be pretty nice. Hey, welcome to the chat, everyone. Flying FS, welcome, dude. Gadget, welcome to the chat, dude. Hope you're doing well. Dabron, welcome to the chat, dude. Hope you're doing well, and welcome everyone. I hope everybody is doing good today. It's probably going to be a bit quieter in the chat today, I imagine, because it's a bit of an earlier stream, but nevertheless, it should be quite cool to just have a bit more of a chilled stream. I think quite a few of the previous streams that we've had have been quite hectic and quite problematic in a few areas with some hairy landings and whatnot. So, yeah, I think today should be a little bit smooth sailing. Although, having said that, I haven't booted up the sim in a few days, so it should be interesting to see if my knowledge has slipped at all. And obviously still getting used to that new flare law on the A32NX. So yeah, that should be interesting when we come in for landing. I'm guessing I'm probably going to float it, but we shall see. The commentator, welcome to the chat, dude. I hope you're doing well. I haven't seen you in the chat for a little while. Hope you're doing well indeed. Jean-Michel, welcome to the chat also. Good afternoon. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Oh, passenger announcements in the fly-by-wire. Yes, I did see that actually last night. I've not tried that yet. Well, we've got self-loading cargo on today, but what I'll do is I'll mute some of the sounds on there so we can hear the fly-by-wire stuff. All right, let's get cracking. We're gonna get cracking in just a second here.
Traffic Osprey 490, Stanley Style ST6, correction 24, 10 mile file.
All right, chats. God damn it, it's so bright in here today. Let me just see if I can sort this out. Let's see, is that better? That is better, isn't it? It is very bright in here. Holy crap, I'm not... Yeah, I've got my lighting set up for streaming in the evening. So, yeah, not used to this. Alright, chat. Let's get going then, guys. Let's get going. So, here we are at Edinburgh. We've got some passengers in the terminal. Give them a wave, everyone. Give them a wave. Let's have a look around, see what we've got going on here. So we've got another EasyJet over there. We are on VATSIM, so these are other players here. These are static aircraft over here. And then we've got someone landing there in a Ryanair 737. Fantastic. Loving it. All right. Cool. Let's get started up then, guys. So, batteries on, external power is avail. Probably could do with... Oh, I've not put toolbar pushback on, have I? God to the damn. Right, okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to use this little old school add-on here called Pushback Helper. This was what we used before toolbar pushback, really. So, let's get the jetway connected, the luggage power catering. and we'll put this guy over here. Whilst we're here, we'll set up self-loaded cargo as well. So we're going to go for the British Airways sound pack. And what time have we got on the sim brief? We've got in 5 minutes. We'll say 20 past because I want to try and speed through this process to get underway here. So let's see if we can do it in 20 minutes. Let's say 30 minutes actually. Let's say 30 minutes and we'll start. Oh, did I select Boeing? Okay, it doesn't really matter, does it? Okay, so let's just say, shall we say ready for boarding? No, we'll give it 5 minutes. Okay, great stuff. So we'll get the adheres to nav. What else have we got here? We'll get snow smoking, emergency exit lights, get a bit of integral lighting on, nav lights, voice recorder, and the oxygen on. Adheres on bats. Go for IR2 to nav. Is the music a bit loud? I think it might be a bit loud. There we go. Right, okay. Great stuff. And then IR3 to nav. That's the overhead all done, really. We could do the fire test as well, so APU fire test is okay. Engine 1 and engine 2. There we go. Fantastic stuff. Right, so let's get the lighting on down here. There we go. Probably not going to need the floodlights today. We'll set this to 2000. I think we've actually got a controller on here at Edinburgh as well, so that should be quite nice. We'll get a clearance momentarily. And arm the ground spoilers. Let's actually have a look. I'm just going to have a quick look on VATSIM and see if the controller actually have... Oh, we've got an approach controller on as well as the tower. Fantastic. Interested to see if the controller has CPDLC for pre-departure clearance. Always keen to give that a try, even though it's probably not that widely used at Edinburgh Airport. But let's have a look. Let's have a look. So, sorry, I'm just on VATSIM on my other screen here. No, he does not. Okay, that is fine. No issues there. Right, so we'll go ahead and initially just grab the ATIS. So, Echo Golf Papa Hotel. And we'll send that off. We'll go back and let's bring in our flight plan from SimBrief. There we go, and our weight and balance will do that as well. Oh, there's one of the announcements. Fantastic. All right, great stuff. So that's all in, and we'll come back to FMGC. Nav database is active. It's actually just refreshed on a new cycle today on the 24th of February, so that's valid to the 23rd of March. So that is all looking good. Let's go for an init A. We'll bring in our flight plan. So we're going to go Echo Golf Papa Hotel Edinburgh to Echo Golf Lima Lima, which is London Heathrow. Our alternate is Echo Golf Hotel Hotel, which I'm not actually sure what airport that actually is, to be honest. Wait, what is going on here? Oh, the announcement.
We do appreciate your business having you aboard this.
Guys, is that V1 simulations on the announcements there? I think it is, isn't it?
Welcome aboard.
I think it is. We haven't started boarding yet, so I really need to... yeah. That's not that great, is it? Alright, we'll go ready for boarding anyway on self-loading cargo. And let's jump over to the fly pad and just start the loading of fuel as well. Right, from SimBrief, we'll bring in our flight plan. As you can see, it's raining a little bit here now. A bit of a damp departure by the looks of things. So the block fuel is going to be 4681. And we'll set that going. Great stuff. Okay, so we've got that in. Let's just actually turn up these as well. Our ATIS. Did we get it? It's not printed. So we'll go back. Receive messages. It does actually say company message, so we can go ahead and print that out. Let's just see if we can get the QNH real quick. 909 at 8, so lowish pressure here in Edinburgh at the moment. I'm just going to press B on my keyboard and make sure that matches the in-sim pressure reading, which it does, so that is fantastic. Let's get that, and we're going to go ahead and get our clearance before we punch anything else in. So we've got ATIS information Lima, QNH 909 at 8, and the runway in use is 24, which is I think what we're expecting there. So no problems at all. We're expecting the GoSam 1 Charlie, so I'm going to write GoSam down on my piece of paper here. And the initial climb clearance we can expect for GoSam 1 Charlie is the 6,000 feet. That is the stop altitude for the departure here. So I'll write that down as well, just in case he wants to give us that on the clearance. But let's go ahead and tune the tower frequency, and we'll get in touch. So that's going to be on 118.7. So 118, we'll go to VHF2, call 2, okay, 1187. And I'm actually going to tune the departure frequency as well whilst we're here, which is 121.2. Oh, these knobs are really, really fast now, aren't they? Okay. Great stuff. Okay, so let's just turn the radios up a bit. I did hear someone just say something. Great stuff. Okay, how's the refueling going just while we're here? Refueling's done. Let's get the seatbelt signs on. Ooh. Ooh, choppy frames. Right, let's have a word anyway. Edinburgh Tower, very good afternoon. Speedbird 1445, stand 1 type A20N. Information Lima, QNH 199. Sorry, QNH 999 request clearance to Heathrow.
Third 1445 Heath, correction, Edinburgh Tower. Hello. Clear to London Heathrow, guest on 1 Charlie departure, squawk 1150, and QNH now 90909 hectopascals for the information Mike.
Clear to London Heathrow, GoSam 1 Charlie, squawk 1150, QNH now 999 information Mike. We'll go ahead and grab that. Speedbird 1445.
Third 1445, correct.
Beautiful. Did you hear that, guys? I said when I did my clearance, I read out... what did I read wrong? I read out... I read something out wrong, and then he read out Heathrow instead of Edinburgh Tower. Anyway, funny. Right, so let's get our squawk in, 1150. There it is. So GoSam 1 Charlie, which is what we expected here, and that's off runway 24. New QNH now 999. That's not updated in the sim yet, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. So GoSam 1 Charlie is in, and Heathrow, we are going to expect the let's see, the Nugra 1 Hotel and runway 27 right. Not sure if that's going to change, to be quite honest with you. It could well do. It might be worth me just having a look on VATSpy just to kind of get a little bit ahead of myself here. So we've got a tower controller on at Heathrow. We do have a centre controller on at London as well. So let's just have a quick look. So they're using arrival runway 27 left, actually, for Heathrow. So let's go ahead and let's see if we can actually do that. So, guys, you have to let me know if the ATC is too loud.
That's great, thank you, bye-bye. Easy 58 November Yankee. Oh, he's just come back. Edinburgh radar 121.2.
So arrival runway 27 left. Now, I believe the runways do change around about 3 o'clock. I'm not sure if they do that on VATSIM or not, so it might actually be 27 right for our arrival. So I think what I might do is I might just Let's do 27 right and see if we can be clever about this. So 27 right, and we're going to go for the Nugra 1 hotel. And then the via is going to be... Two seven right. It's going to be Bovingdon. Great word, that. Bovingdon. And we'll insert that. And that is all in. So our departure from Edinburgh here is... it does have a few nav aids on there that we can tune in the RadNav page. We'll go through the charts once we've done all this, but let's just have a quick look. So we've got the Uniform Whiskey NDB. GPS primary there, and cross above. So ITH, the ILS as well, is used for the departure for DME. And then we've got a right turn to 262 bearing, crossing at 9.5 from the localizer. Above 4,500, DME 40, ITH 6,000 to Mavics, turn left, intercept Tango Romeo November. 037 to GoSam. So we'll stick that in. 037 to GoSam. Okay, cool. We'll do it like that. So in that case, what we'll do for the departure is we'll flick ADF1 on, VOR2, same on this side, and we'll also put the LS push buttons on for the DME reading. And then next up, we'll do our init B. So we do have our load all complete. So 57.8 on our zero fuel weight is about correct, so that's fine. And then our block fuel is 4.6 tons, and we'll let that calculate. Our wind component is going to be a slight tailwind of 23 knots, so we'll put in 2-3. Great stuff. And then we'll just have a look at the fuel prediction and get our CG 25.2. So we're going to just stick in a bit of trim like that. So I'd say that's up 0.4, I think, something like that. And we'll go to the perf page. So flaps 1 and then up 0.4. We'll flex to 55 and we shall get our V speeds at 2930 and 34 there. Transition altitude is 6,000, which is correct. And all okay. Great stuff. So I think we're pretty much there then. Let's go ahead and just put in our initial stop altitude of 6,000 feet. We've already got the departure frequency tuned, so that's all done. We'll go ahead and turn the fuel pumps on now. And I think that is about it. Let's see how passengers doing. We've got 40 passengers remaining. Get a move on, guys. I'm faster than you. I've just turned on the aircraft from cold and dark, and you're still boarding. Bleh. Right. Excuse me. Excuse me. ATC is perfect. Thank you, DK. Oh yeah, I did. I said 1990. I said 19908, didn't I? Yes, that was it. That was it. Manacle, welcome to the chat, brother. Hope you're doing well. Leonardo, welcome, dude. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you guys. Ryan Taylor, welcome to the chat. He says, if you press F-control on the eCam, it will tell you your trim from the CG. No way. Okay. Let's have a look. So flight controls, 0.4 up. Ah, very nice. I'd never thought to look at that for whatever reason. I'd always just estimated it on the wheel, but it looks like I estimated correctly, so I appreciate that, Ryan. That's a nice little tidbit. Hydration indeed, Gadget. Hydration indeed. I feel like I'm choking on my own breath here, so... Right. Chris, welcome to the chat, dude. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good day at work. Boarding sounds began because I started the boarding in the MCDU. I thought that was the case, yeah, but I have it on instant board, so maybe I should tweak that now that they've added the sounds. Or maybe I should just turn the sounds off completely. I don't know. Always nice live weather in London. Yeah, we can actually have a look at that, actually, can't we? So let's have a quick look here at our METAR even. Right. So we've got, oh god, we've got wind to Heathrow. We've got 260 at 23 knots. Is the wind gusting 34 knots. Yeah, it looks like it's raining down there as well. Great stuff. Okay, should be an interesting arrival. We shall see. Let's have a look then at the significant weather charts as well. We didn't have a look at that just yet, did we? So we've got an area of isolated embedded CBs between flight levels 220 down to below flight levels 100. So we'll have to look out for that on our departure, actually, because that is affecting us right there. And then other than that, we've got not a great deal to worry about there. We have this big white line, but again, these charts don't tell the whole story, unfortunately. But to be quite honest with you guys, as much as I would love to go and check the full chart right now, I am ready to rock and roll here. I've got 2 passengers remaining to board. 15 minutes to departure, so we'll go ahead and do our departure briefing as well whilst we're here. And let's go ahead and get the doors closed now. So let's see what's going on outside. Oh, it's looking very a little bit misty here in Edinburgh right now. Let's disconnect the jetway there. That's going to close the door for us. Fantastic scenery by Pyreegue Edinburgh here. So let's have a look then. Excuse me. So, okay, so we're here at Edinburgh in the UK, and we're at the main terminal here. Stand 1 is our stand down here, and we are going to expect to push back to facing to the north. That's the only place we can do, and then we are going to taxi to runway 24, which is the one in use. So we can expect to taxi up Echo, I imagine, and then usually they send us down Alpha, but I'm not sure if they'll send us up Foxtrot in this case. And then we'll go up Alpha, up yonder, all the way to the runway, which is going to take us up this way to Delta 1. Nice and simple, no issues. So we're going to be doing the Go Sam 1 Charlie departure from runway 24. Where's my pen gone? Come back. Oh, I did this last time, didn't it? Please. Wait, what? What in the world just happened? Shift Alt D. Am I pressing the right buttons here? No, I wasn't. Okay, so we're going to do the Go Sam 1 Charlie. This is off runway 24. Airport elevation here at Edinburgh, 136 feet, and the transition altitude 6,000. SIDs include noise preferential routes, and these terminate at 6,000 feet. Cruising levels will be allocated after takeoff by Scottish Control. Scottish Control, I do not believe, is actually online. You can see that they are not. It's just our departure controller that is on. So what we're going to do once we depart is we're going to report call sign, SID designator, and current altitude, and cleared altitude on first contact with Scottish Control. We're not going to speak to Scottish Control, are we now? So we don't need to worry about that one. And then we can expect CPDLC Data Link Authority to be EGPH. Again, not really relevant to us when they're not online. So we're going to depart runway 24 here at Edinburgh. Go Sam 1 Charlie. And we're going to depart, let's see. We're going to head out direct towards the Edinburgh NDB, which is also equivalent to 4.5 miles from the localizer here. Minimum altitude is 2,300 and the maximum is 6,000 at the Uniform Whiskey NDB. Then we're going to take a right turn, 262 track out to this fix, which is 9.5 miles from the localizer. Minimum is 4,500 here, the maximum stays the same, and then continuing on the same track to 14 miles, and then the same track out to Mavics. Maximum altitude here 6,000, and again 6,000 is the max at Gosam. So after reaching Mavics, we'll take a right turn out to Gosam, which is also the equivalent of the radial 037 from the Tango Romeo November VOR. Does note, do not climb above... Oops. Do not climb above 6,000 until instructed by ATC. I imagine it's quite quiet here. Let's have a look. I mean, it's not terribly busy, so I imagine we'll probably get a clearance fairly early. I imagine we can expect another clearance somewhere around this area right here, up to a higher flight level. So that is our departure. It's not too complicated. I'm going to go ahead and just check that we've got everything in the box here. Just bear with me 1 second whilst my ship plays up. There we go. Okay, cool. So we'll go back to flight plan and we'll just have a look, make sure we've got some restrictions in here. So we've got 2,300 there, 4,500, and flight level 60. Obviously, we've also got 6,000 here on the FCU. And that is all we need, really. No speed restrictions to look at, so that is about that, really. Let's go ahead and get the tug connected. And then we'll go ahead and request a pushback clearance. Tug's coming in. Hopefully it doesn't mess up on us today. We've got another player next to us in an EasyJet. I think that's another player. Oh, no, that's a static. Never mind. Ignore me. I think I'm the only one here at the moment. I think I am. Yeah, I am. Right. Same K, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Aviation Beast, welcome, dude. Hope you're doing well. Mariner, welcome to the chat, dude. Hope you're doing well, brother. Good to see you. Russia has attacked Ukraine. Yes, I've heard about that. That is, yeah. It's, yeah. It's pretty fucked up. But yes, how are you doing, Aviation Beast? Welcome. Hey, brilliant, Mariner. Amazing, dude. Yeah, fantastic. That'd be great. The guys in the chat, there's actually a rave sort of dance music event going on at Manchester Airport Runway Visitors Park, and they're going to host it in the hangar underneath Concorde, which is quite cool. Bought some tickets for it last night, and that should be pretty cool. Well, VATSIM tracker is that it's VAT Spy. DK. Right, are we ready? Let's do it before start. Checklist down to the line. So cockpit prep is complete. Fuel messages sent. Gear pins and covers removed. Signs are on and auto. ADIRs are in nav. Fuel quantity is 4.68 tons. Takeoff data is set. Bar F is set. 909 at 8. 909 at 9 now, in fact. That's great stuff. And that is set both sides. Down to the line complete. Let's go ahead and request our pushback clearance. Speedbird 1445, stand 1, ready for push and start.
Speed 1445, stand 1, push and start speed.
Push and start approved, Speedbird 1445. I do love that call sign, Speedbird. So good, isn't it? It's just cool, isn't it? It's got to be one of the coolest call signs going. Guys, in the chat, you'll have to let me know. Let me know what's your favourite call sign and what airline is it? I'm interested to hear some call signs that I might not have heard before. Right, so push and start is approved. Let's go to below the line now. And I could probably do with starting the APU as well before I forget to do that.
Arm doors and cross-check.
Oh, there's another announcement. Brilliant stuff. Okay, so before start, below the line, windows and doors are closed. We'll lock the cockpit door as well now. Great stuff. Beacon light is on. Thrust levers are idle. Oh, okay, they do work. Fantastic. Oh, that reminds me. I've not got my detents in. That's going to be a bit annoying. Yeah, let me just stick the detents in real quick, guys.
Edinburgh Tower, good afternoon, Easy 746, fully established 24.
Easy 746, Edinburgh Tower, geared.
Just doing a bit of maintenance with the old screwdriver.
Runway 24, clear to land.
It's very quiet here in Edinburgh though, so I don't think we're going to be upsetting anyone by delaying the pushback by a second here. Eurotrans. Yeah, Eurotrans. I quite like that one as well. Right. There we go. We're sorted. Parking brake is set before start checklist complete. Right, let's go. Alright, so engine mode selected to ignition starts. And we'll go ahead with the second engine starts. Oh, look at that. That's brilliant. When you go into the cabin, you can actually hear the announcements, but when you're in the flight deck, you can't. That is just... That is excellent. Oh, I can get behind that. Oh, I've not... APU bleed on. That would probably help, wouldn't it, for the engine starts? Let's just restart the chrono. Oh, now we've got self-loaded cargo clashing. Where's my camera here? There we go.
And sure, they've got their backers, they've got their Oscars, but what they really want is a society of in-flight safety training modules. They all want to get their hands on the golden wings. Quite fancy some wings, actually. Can someone go chicken shop? And you are...
Hi, Captain. The cabin is
Edinburgh Tower, good afternoon, JC828.
How are we looking?
ILS,
Oh, a rainbow. Fantastic.
Geared afternoon, continue approach, runway 24, you're number 2. Surface 24, there's 190 knots.
Number 2, ILS for JC828 Edgar.
Yeah, alright. The name...
Alright. Engine 2 is avail. Engine 1 starts.
Because you're in it.
Hand baggage should not block the aisles or exit. It must be put under the
It's a bit wet. It's a bit wet. Oh, Jean-Michel, thank you very much for the sub on YouTube. Much appreciated, dude. Clipper, yes. Clipper is nice. Manta is a good one as well. I do like Manta.
Joanna, right, okay.
Very good. Very good. I think I've said before, I quite like the Blue Star call sign as well for Maersk Air, that old airline that used to operate in the UK. Oh, this is not a bad pushback, this, isn't it? Got another player over here. Oh, I've got an EasyJet that's just touched down. Oh, listen to that reverser. Fantastic. That sounds brilliant, doesn't it? Gotta love a bit of FSLTL. Right. That should do it. We'll stop there. Parking brake is set. Engine 1 is nearly there. There we go. Engine 1 avail. Engine mode selector back to ignition, back to normal. Put the transponder on as well, and we'll go ahead and stop the chrono. Coming up top, turn the APU bleed off and the APU master. We are going to need some anti-ice today, so we'll turn that on as well, and we'll just check the rudder trim down there. Everything looking good. Okay, so after start checklist, anti-ice is on, engine only. ECAM status is checked and normal. Pitch trim is set to 0.4 up, and the rudder trim is 0. After start checklist complete.
Yeah, I'll give you some tips.
There we go. Lovely stuff.
If the cabin is...
Tug is moving away. We'll let him do his thing. Let's do a quick flight controls check. Only a short taxi here today, so full left, full right, and neutral, full up, full down, and neutral. I'm just going to go ahead and mute the music.
Your life, Jack.
Rudder Oh, these socks are very slippy. Full left, full right, and neutral. There we go. I've not used my rudder pedals in a while. They've gone a bit stiff. Oh, let's give them a bit of a wibble. A wibble wobble. A wiggle. Right, there we go. Fantastic. Oh, I love this safety briefing.
Before takeoff, please ensure your seat is in the upright position with armrest down.
Okie dokie. Auto brake can go to max as well.
If seated by a window,
Speedbird 1445, request taxi.
01445, taxi
see
Alpha,
there we
hold
go, that's
Delta
all your
1.
level. Well done.
Taxi Alpha, hold Delta 1, Speedbird 1445.
Where is my coffee? Oh, there we go. Thank you, darling.
Alright, parking brake is released.
Come to read for the audition.
The tea lady wants to audition.
Got 3 BAFTAs actually. Smoking is not permitted anywhere.
Laps to
whilst
1 plus
on
F.
And this includes the washrooms, which are fitted with smoke detectors. Using e-cigarettes is not allowed. Okay.
Very good.
Oh, you're a
The taxi Alpha holding Delta 1, which I believe is the taxi instruction that we expected here.
With a horrible ponytail, and that's my coffee.
It's a nice ponytail.
In the unlikely event of an emergency landing, you'll be
It
told
is indeed.
to adopt this protected brace position. If facing rearwards in Club World, you must adopt this position.
Oh, my brake's not working. They are. Okay, they're just very slow to respond.
I was just wondering, has there ever been an Agent Point?
And now,
Right, let's get some lights on. We'll get the taxi lights on.
Naomi, over to you.
You'll also find the flying
Let's
start.
just check left. We did see an aircraft land. There they are.
Would be wonderful if you've got
Check
any
right.
spare change
All looking
in
good
any
there.
currency. If you could find it, take it out and put it in the envelope.
On behalf of British Airways, Comic Relief.
Taking a right here onto Alpha. There's a some kind of
every penny of which will help children.
GA aircraft landing there. Maybe a TBM.
46,
If you
continue
have any
Alpha,
questions or
Lima,
can't find
Golf,
a safety card,
Or
30.
if you've mislaid your magical Flystar envelope.
Please
Right.
Golf 130
We're on our way, guys. We are on our way. Right, I'm kind of done with this safety announcement now. Is it done yet? Dear oh dear.
Jersey 88 Golf, okay to the left, taxi Alpha, Lima, Golf, stand 2-1.
Stand 2-1, Lima Golf 38.
Right. Okay, so let's bing the cabin as we're getting pretty close to the runway now.
Please.
Takeoff config, seats for takeoff, we'll minimize self-loading cargo. So before takeoff, up above the line, flight controls are checked, flight instruments are checked. Briefing is confirmed. Flap setting is config 1 plus F. Transponder is set, ECAM memo is takeoff no blue. Go ahead and get the predictive wind shear and the weather radar on as well now.
21445, the EGLL just updated 998 hectopascals. By Delta 1, runway 24, cleared for takeoff, surface wind 240 degrees, 190 knots.
Roger, copied, new QNH 998, via Delta 1, cleared for takeoff, runway 24, Speedbird 1445. Alright, let's see if that actually matches a sim. It doesn't just yet. Okay, great stuff. Let's get our landing lights on as we're clear for takeoff. Get our nose light to take off as well. Right, strobes are coming on. Okay, before takeoff, below the line, takeoff runway is 24 confirmed. Cabin crew advised, TCAS. We'll turn that to TIRA in just a second. Engine mode selector is norm and the packs are on. Before takeoff checklist is complete. Alright, we're clear for takeoff, TARA on the TCAS, and we're set to go. Side stick car forwards, up to 50%. We are stable and flex. Man flex, 55 SRS runway, auto thrust balloon. .100 knots. V1 rotate. Oh yes, I'm a big fan of that rotation. Gear up.
Osprey 414, better time, get up, pass your message. Information like A320neo, I am Osprey 414 is planned, make sure November is cruising the QH 998.
TCAS is armed.
Report your stance number, please. I'll stand 6, sir.
Okay, lever climb, thrust climb, auto thrust.
Osprey 414, into Heathrow, person 1 challenge departure, squawk 75.
AP2. We're off, guys. We're off. Okay, speed checks. Flap 0.
Yeah, information.
We'll get the nose lights off as well.
Sugar 1445, contact Edinburgh radar 121.3, bye bye.
Edinburgh radar 121.2, Speedbird 1445. Thank you, have a good day.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Let's go to vertical speeds. Go to 1500 feet per minute. Speed VS 1500. Edinburgh radar, very good evening. Sorry, good afternoon. Speedbird 1445. Go Sam 1 Charlie, passing 4,600 for 6,000.
Speedbird 1445 in radar, good afternoon. Climb down, flight level 140.
Climb now, flight level 140, Speedbird 1445. Okay, 140 is in, and we're going to pull thrust climb, open climb, and we're going to set standards. We shall disarm the spoilers as well. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Have they changed the engine sounds? This sounds different. Sounds different. Oh, yeah. Sounds good, though. Sounds very good. Very good indeed. Alright, after takeoff, checklist. Landing gear is up, flaps are retracted, packs are on, bar F set to standard. After takeoff, checklist complete. Alright. Coming up to 10,000 feet, let's get the landing lights off. And seatbelts can come off now as well. We'll let you guys loose in the back. Let's see how you're doing. What do you want? Do you want an alcoholic beverage, a hot drink, or would you like today's special? Today's special is going to be a Bombay Bad Boy pot noodle for you guys. Have no choice, by the way, so if you don't like spicy food, you're going to have to go starving. I'm sorry. I think we have a bit of milk, though. You can put a bit of milk in if you think that would help. Direct Elvus, climb 240, speed 1445. Okay, 240 and direct to Elbus even, not Elvos. Got it in the end. So a nice little left turn there and another clearance. Our cruising flight level today is flight level 370. Oh, look at that. That looks so good, doesn't it? That looks photorealistic. Oh my days. Alcohol, please. Alcohol is coming up. Gadget wants a kebab. Unfortunately, no kebabs today, I'm afraid, dude. You heard the man. Pot noodle only. Dear, oh dear. Ripper Gaming, welcome to the chat, dude. Hope you're doing well, mate. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, indeed. Clear for takeoff, dude. Let's see. British Caledonian. Yeah, that is a pretty nice one as well, isn't it? Classic sounding. Very classic sounding. DK uses SES 1221 or EZ14 Alpha Bravo, but it depends. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, very good. Can't beat a bit of an easy jet, you know. Easy. It's an easy call sign, isn't it? Liam asked, is the pushback automated, or am I controlling where it is going? No, I was using an actual old add-on called this one right here. It's called Pushback Helper. You can get it on flightsim.to. I don't really use it anymore though because of the newer pushback, the newer toolbar pushback. But I was just using it today because I forgot to add toolbar pushback into the community folder for this flight today. So it's a bit, it's very simple. It's literally just forwards, backwards, left or right, and you can do the ground services as well. So it's kind of like the in-game one to a certain degree, but yeah, it's obviously, you know, you don't have to speak on the radios to do that. Let's see, Big Bird is quite cool. Nokscoot Airlines from Bangkok. Very good. Yeah, I've never heard that one before, Gadget. Yeah, thank you very much for that one. That's certainly an interesting one. A Big Bird. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Music's coming back. Jean-Michel, thank you very much. Yeah, that was quite a nice takeoff actually, wasn't it? Considering I haven't flown this in quite a while, or it feels like a while anyway. That was quite nice. Got the nice rotation. Got all the call-outs in. And yeah, I think we did all right actually.
1445, Scottish offline, Unicom 122.8.
1228, Speedbird 1445, thank you. Bye-bye. Alright, so we're going to Unicom now. We'll clear ourselves up to our cruising flight level 370. And we'll go to 122.8. Right. Beautiful. Alright, let's turn the sim down. That's all of a sudden got extremely loud, hasn't it? Britannia call sign. Yeah, very good. Oh, Britannia. That was terrible. I do apologise, guys. I do apologise. Eddie, thank you very much for the 100 stars, by the way, dude. Sorry I missed those earlier. I think they must have come through while I was doing the takeoff. But thank you very much, dude. That's very generous of you. And have a great day. Thank you very much, dude. Jean-Michel asks, standard QNH set at flight level 100. Yeah. I think Gadget already answered that for you, but yeah, you set standard when you pass through the transition level, or if you are cleared from an altitude to a flight level. So, for example, we were then flying at an altitude of 4,500 feet, and he cleared us up to flight level 140. So if you cleared up to a flight level, you'll set standard straight away. Same thing as if you are descending as well. If you're cleared from a flight level to an altitude, they will give you the local QNH, and then you will set that even if you're not past the transition level at that point. Chicken and mushroom pot noodle is the original and only one worth consuming. I think I agree with that, to be quite honest with you, Chris. Chicken and mushroom, pretty good. I don't generally go for mushroom stuff, but yeah, chicken mushroom pot noodle, I can get along with that. I can get along with that. Certainly. Certainly. Eddie asks, did the stars go through? Yes, they did. Sorry, yes, Eddie. I think, like I say, the my alerts are muted for when I have the hand cam on and stuff like that. When I'm doing a takeoff or a landing, I have the alerts muted, so that's why they probably didn't go off. But thank you very much for those 100 stars, nevertheless. And yes, I have got those. Yeah. Travelino, thank you very much for the follow on Twitch. I hope you're well and having a fantastic day. Welcome to the stream. London Centre and South on, yeah, awesome. Let's actually have a look at what frequency they are on, and we'll get those tuned preemptively. So we've got London South Centre and London Centre as well. So we'll go, I think we're going to probably get 127.1 first, I believe. I think that should be our next frequency, I imagine. And then we've got... Oh, the controller's gone offline at Heathrow, unfortunately. Good thing there's a centre controller on, because that could be chaos otherwise. London Heathrow is looking quite busy today. Alright, how are you guys doing in the back? Let's move this window around a bit. Oh, it's lagging. Let's see what your complaints are. Anyone complaining about the Bombay pot noodle? No, no one complaining about them just yet. It's fantastic. Alright, how are we doing on the climb here? Flight level 286. Still got about 10,000, just under, well, 9,000 feet to go. Very good. Very good indeed. That is a very nice looking picture right there, isn't it, chat? I'll hide the chat for a second. That is a very nice looking picture right there, isn't it? Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. Alright guys, who has seen the new Heathrow then? Who's seen the iniScene Heathrow that we're going to be landing at today? Has anyone checked it out yet? I know Mariner, you've got it, haven't you? It does look pretty good. It does look pretty good. I watched Philbert Fly's review of it last night, and although he was quite critical of it, it does look quite good on the whole. And we're going to have a look around once we get there, and we'll make the judgment for ourselves, guys. As you know, we'll try and give a bit of a rating that we seem to have casually started doing on the channel. So we'll have a go at that as well, and see what it's all about. No. Oh, Mariner, yeah, I was just asking if anyone else in the chat had already looked at the new Heathrow by iniScene. Hope they do Gatwick that's not eating RAM. Oh, I assume you mean they... Oh, does the existing Gatwick that doesn't... Oh, are you talking about the MKV one on flightsim.to? Because iniScene have done a Gatwick, which is quite good. And that seems to be fairly decent on performance for me. Alright guys, are we ready for a flyby? Are we ready? No. Chris has Gatwick. We'll pick up Heathrow for sure. Yeah, I think it's worth it. I mean, honestly, you know, biggest airport in the UK. They have done a good job on it. I'm looking forward to seeing it. So, yeah, it should be good. Whereabouts are we here then? So, we must be coming... Oh, look at that! Below us! That is fantastic, guys. Look at that. You see that? There's another plane here on VATSIM with a contrail. Love to see it, guys. Love to see it. Very good. Very good indeed. We're ready. No. Very good. That is very cool. It's the first time I've seen an aircraft flying lower than me with a contrail like this. It looks like we're about to pass over the Lake District. A bit cloudy, so we can't really see too much at the moment. We can see some of the central fells here, I believe. I may be a little bit disoriented though. Yeah, so we've got the Central Fells. We've got Keswick down here somewhere. Difficult to make out where the lakes are because it's so like there's a lot of shadows down there. But I think this is Derwentwater Lake here potentially. Yeah, it's difficult because of the clouds. It's making me feel all disoriented. That is cool though, isn't it? Let's go passenger view, see if we can see it. There it is. Just off the engine here. Oh god, that was a bump. Yeah, it's kind of disappearing into the reflection there though, unfortunately. Very good. Getting buffeted about a bit here coming over the mountains. Easy 2-4 to Bristol. Very good. Thank you very much for that insight there. Mr. Jeff Millwood. Welcome to the chat, by the way. Hope you're doing well. Ryan E, welcome to the chat. I'm doing very well, thank you. Yeah, how are you doing, Ryan? Ryan says he flew into Heathrow this morning, flew the same route as you. Very good. I'm in Melbourne, Australia, and when I landed in Heathrow, I lost half my frames. Oh, wow. That should be interesting. There we go. Macalt Cruise. Great stuff. And it is a bit bumpy here, isn't it? Maybe we can stick the seatbelt signs on for a short while. We'll turn the engine anti-ice off now as well. Lost half your frames, yeah. I mean, that's the thing with London, isn't it? It's obviously a very dense area in the world. Never mind just the scenery itself for the airports, but obviously the city itself is very in close proximity to the airport. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see what I get on my frames. It's probably not going to be that great, is it? Let's face it. But we'll see what happens once we get there. Scarfell Pike, I believe we go over it. Yes, we do indeed. Yep. Go right over Scarfell Pike. We're probably well over it now, actually. Yeah, it's hidden in these clouds somewhere. Well, somewhere over here, I think. Do I have a different device that allows me to switch views so quickly, says Simon. Welcome to the stream, Simon. I hope you're well. No, I'm just using keyboard shortcuts to change the cameras. Well, I tell a lie. I'm using a keyboard and a mouse to change the cameras. So, on my mouse, I've got two of these little side buttons here. One of them is to switch to the drone camera, and one of them is a toggle between external and internal view. That has multiple functions. So, for example, let's go back to the cockpit real quick. I'll show you how it works. So we're back in the cockpit here. Now, what I can do is I can press this internal external view, and that's going to switch us to the normal external view, as you would expect. But what you can also do is you can press the toggle drone, and once you're in the drone camera, obviously this is not really the drone camera, this is the fixed camera, but once you're in the drone camera, you can actually use this toggle to toggle between the normal drone camera, like so. You can toggle between fixed view, and you can also toggle between this miscellaneous camera that seems to have been added in Sim Update in the world. Sim Update 6 or something like that. So that's that one, and that's quite useful. I've also got on my mouse wheel, I can change my fixed camera view with that. I can also use the numbers on my keyboard. Oops, that doesn't work anymore, clearly. And then once we're in cockpit view, I've obviously got, well, maybe not obvious, but I've got my custom views set up like this. These are my custom views, you know. So Alt and then a number. And then on top of that, what else have we got? We've just got the instrument views, which is Control and a number, which is what I use for while I'm in the cockpit. That's about it, really. Hope that answers your question. Love the nose cam. Yeah, it's a bit of a fan favourite, the nose wheel cam. Lol man, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, if you want to find out what that toggle bind is, actually, I can just really quickly show you. So if I go to my mouse here, you want to have this one here, cockpit external view mode. That's the one you want for the toggle to get between the drone cam and the fixed cam and that kind of stuff. It does take a bit of getting used to, because you've got to kind of, you know, remember what camera you left stuff on to sort of, you know, be able to make sense. Sometimes it gets a bit confusing, but it does work well nevertheless. Right, let's see where we are anyway. Let's just have a quick look here on the flight plan. So we're going to be entering London flight information region just after Bebney here. So let's see where we are on the ND. We're actually very close. 206 miles. We must have already passed through Bebney. Okay, interesting. I've not had any contact from the London controller. Okay, so we've just got London Centre on now at the moment. So 127.1. We'll get in touch anyway and see what he's got to say.
What? Okay, late. Browser 205 Taxi Foxtrot 1, runway 33. Do you need full end? Always. Browser 20 Papa. Expect the full end.
London Control, very good afternoon. Speedbird 1445. Flight level 370, inbound Nugra.
Speedbird 1445, London Control. Hello, Nugra 1 hotel arrival.
Nugra 1 hotel arrival, Speedbird 1445. Alright, Nugra 1 hotel is what we expected. Great stuff.
Easy 58 November Yankee, descend altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1009.
Descend 6,1009.
Now then, is there an ATIS? There isn't an ATIS. Nugra 1 hotel is for... Oh, it's not a specific runway one. Okay, fair enough.
London Control, hello, Easy 424 uniform, stand 3 at Luton, request dive clearance to Edinburgh.
I do need to ask him for the runway in use then, don't I?
Sorry, Easy 424 uniform, sorry, say again? Easy 424 uniform, requesting
right
to Edinburgh, stand 3 at Luton. 424 uniform, I have a flight plan, can you VFR please? Oops, yeah, will do.
Speedboat 1445, what is the runway in use at Heathrow?
Uh, 1445, it's going to be, they're just switching over, so it should be 27 right when you get there.
Roger, 27 right, Speedboat 1445. There we go, beautiful guys.
There's no one controlling Heathrow at the moment. And on that note, Phoenix 34, you live in my space, Unicom 1228, that's I think 27, I can't remember what I just said, 27 right now.
This controller is so chill. But yeah, so 27 right is correct on what we expected. We did anticipate there to be a...
And yeah, 27 right, I think they're landing at Heathrow now.
Okay, I'll change that quickly now.
Yeah.
71 Romeo, 27 right, you live in my space now, Unicom 122.
Yeah, so we did actually anticipate that correctly there with regards to the runway changeover at 3 o'clock, which is great stuff.
18 Kilo London Control, beautiful, good evening, flight level 130.
Right, let's just do a quick calculation here.
Hello, climb flight level 370.
In fact, I'm just going to use the flypad here just for
Sorry, 1 kilo, turn left, heading 015.
ease of use. Target altitude at London Heathrow is going to be 78 feet, 116 miles. So we've got a little bit of time before we can expect any descent clearance. Let's do a landing calculation as well. Right, runway altitude 78.
Unicom 1228, landing 27 right, see you later.
122.
Runway heading 269, and the runway slope I'm not going to put in.
Climate control, easy 8 Mike Kilo with you, flight level 240.
27 right, landing distance available is going to be 3548, and the approach speed.
Broadsword 20 Papa from Foxtrot 1, runway 33, clear for takeoff, surface wind 300.
It's going to be 128. Now, we could probably do with putting in the weather information first, so I'll get a METAR here, and we're going to put that in. So, it's going to be 300 at 9 knots for the winds. QNH 1011, and the temperature is 4 degrees, and the minimum is
1396, London, hello, climb flight level 180.
278. So VAP is going to be 128 knots.
You'll be too low for CPDLC, minimum level is 195.
And our anticipated landing weight is going to be 60,052.
Unicom 1228.
Unicom 1228.
Flaps full, and we're going to use reverse thrust. Runway condition actually was
Jordanian 1766, descend flight level 100.
Recent showers, so we're going to put good. So we can use anything. We're actually going to use low auto brake here because we need to go to the end of the runway to get to the terminal that British Airways uses anyway.
Control, good afternoon, easy 8 Mike Kilo with you, descending to flight level 230.
Go around page is set up correctly, that's fine.
Mike Kilo, hello, Logan to hotel arrival.
We'll do a departure, we'll do an arrival briefing in a moment, guys.
8 Mike Kilo.
Easy 575 to the left, right, Alpha stand 8.
We'll put our MSA in just because why not? So it's based on the London VOR.
London Control, easy 424 uniform, we filed now, requesting...
We've got a radial of 0. And we've also got a radio of 270. Radius is 25 miles. And that should give us our...
Clear to Edinburgh, only to Bravo departure, clear to 5,000.
Our MSA.
223, easy 424 uniform.
Which it has, great stuff. This is a bit fucked up, but I hope that actually sorts itself out once we get there. Everything looks fine in the MCDU.
23 gusting 34 knots.
Yeah, we'll have a look at the charts in just a second.
341, hello, East Midlands, Alpha 1.
Right, we could probably turn the seatbelt signs off just for a little bit now, just to give them a little bit of time to move around before we come down.
hello, surface wind 250 degrees, 19 knots, runway 27 cleared for takeoff.
Clear takeoff, 27, vertex west, 341.
Okay, so we need to be at flight level 200 at Tobid. So that's 17,000 to lose. So 50 miles before Tobid, which is coming up to roundabout now. Now, we've not been given any descent clearance.
Descending flight level 110, easy 8.
So we can't descend just yet. So we'll just wait for him to give us our clearance. I'll actually turn the VOR display off now because it's cluttering up the view a bit. And just quickly, I'm just going to check a few of these details. So flight level 200, flight level 150, and then we've got Bovingdon 220 knots restriction. Same at Soppit as well, actually. Soppit is 220 knots.
Broadsword 20 Papa, climb flight level 110.
That's a good call sign. Broadsword. Love it. And then we've got Bovingdon 220 knots as well. That's already in there.
London Control, Halimed 534 Alpha, requesting VFR clearance to Brandon, Warwickshire.
Halimed 534 Alpha, apologies, wraps on my airspace please, Unicom 1228.
Over to Unicom 1228, Halimed 534 Alpha.
So we're actually going to stay high here. That's fine. I mean, at the end of the day, if the ATC doesn't want us to comply to the restrictions, that is their call. And it doesn't matter too much if we don't make the restrictions.
341, passing 2,400 feet, climbing flight level 90, Daventry Tree.
Unless he suddenly contacts us and goes, descend flight level 200, level by Tobid, and then we might have a bit of a panic on our hands.
Word Express 341, thank you, climb now, flight level 1.
So we've done our
climb flight level
auto brake low, that's fine. We'll set our TCAS to below now as well.
Alright, now then, Broadsword 20 Papa, thank you. Easy at Mike Kilo, descend flight level 90.
Okay, cool. So let's have a look then at the arrival. So we are currently here, as you can see. We're on the Nugra 1 Hotel arrival. We're going to be landing at Heathrow. Airport elevation is 83 feet. Transition level is not really applicable at the moment. We still don't have a controller on, so we're just going to do 6,000, which is the usual transition altitude for Heathrow. And this is the arrival coming in here. So there is a restriction at Tobid at flight level 200, but we've just discussed that. So we're currently flying inbound to Tobid, and then it's a left turn 139er to Soppit, flight level 150.
1445, descend now, flight level 150 to be level by Soppit.
Then flight level 150, level Soppit, speedbird 1445. Alright, there we go. So
Just a quick question. So at the point, right?
So thrust idle open descent. I know you guys can't see that, but he's just cleared us to come down to Soppit, level at flight level 150, which is what we could have expected. That's fine. Then we're going to continue on the same track to the Westcott NDB, which is max 220 knots. And then we're going to take a left turn 116 track out to the Bovingdon VOR, which is again max 220 knots, required altitude of flight level 70. So from there, we're going to transition on to our ILS. Where's the initial approach here now? Because London is not controlled at the moment, we're probably going to need to fly this part of the approach. Now, I may just vector myself because I don't think the A32NX can actually follow the arrival perfectly just yet. So we've got initial approach from Bovingdon here. So as you can see, we can expect from Bovingdon 127 track to 11 miles. Then we've got minimum holding level, which is the required altitude at this fix, which is 11 miles from the Bovingdon VOR. We're going to continue on to 15 miles Bovingdon, minimum 6,000 feet. And then to 19 Bovingdon, max 180 knots. And then it's a right turn in towards 10 miles from the localizer. 3,000 feet is required here. And then to 7 miles from the localizer here. India Romeo Romeo, required altitude of 2,500 feet. Now, minimum holding level for this sector is going to be flight level 7,000 feet right here. So that's required at Bovingdon there.
Okay. It seems like the weather.
Flight level 70 here as well. So we'll be flying at level between Bovingdon here and 11 miles Bovingdon. So we should probably tune the Bovingdon VOR really. So I'm just going to do that in the background.
Wind to 70 degrees, 23 knots, runway 27 clear takeoff.
And I'm actually going to put in this radial here, which is 127.
Good afternoon, EG553 with you inbound flight level 280.
EG553, you're outside of my space, you won't enter at all, monitor Unicom 1228.
Right, so we've got 7,000 there, and then we're going to transition on to the ILS. This is ILS for runway 27 right. I'm not going to get this wrong like I did in the last stream. So the localizer frequency is 110.3. Final approach course 269er. I'm just going to check. I've actually got that in. We do indeed. Okay. Final approach fixes at 7 miles, 2,500 feet, and the airport and runway elevation is 83 and 78 respectively. The highest MSA is in the northwest at 2,200 feet. So the ILS is fairly straightforward, the platform altitude being 2,500 here. The glide slope angle is 3 degrees, which is standard. And then it's basically a 7.5 mile final down to the runway. Minimums of 278 feet, and if we have to go around, it's climb straight ahead, and then when passing 1,580 feet, or 0 miles from the localizer, take a climbing right turn to 3,000 feet, then as directed. Once arriving at the airport here, we're going to come in on 27 right here, which is like so. And yeah, we're basically just going to let the aircraft run all the way down. We're going to let it roll all the way down the runway here, and we're going to exit probably as late as possible. Probably here, I guess, would probably be prudent. Alpha 10 Echo. And then we'll take a right turn here down on Alpha, and then a left turn onto Alpha up to Terminal 5A, which is where British Airways will do the majority of their operations. So that's it, basically. We'll just park at any stand. I'm not sure. I don't really have a stand in mind, but we'll probably go for one. Maybe we'll taxi. Maybe we'll come off here and taxi all the way down here to Link 57. Now we'll taxi all the way down here, take a left Alpha, and then Link 56, and then we'll park at one of these stands here, I think. So I think that'll be our taxi instruction. Heathrow is currently uncontrolled, so we don't need to worry too much about that as long as we can coordinate with people on the ground. So I've added in the Bovingdon VOR here. We've checked the ILS frequency, and that's about it, really. That's all I sort of did in the background. We're descending it to flight level 150. We're actually way high here. We're about 12,000 feet high, so I'm going to go ahead and get some speed brake in here. And I'm going to actually increase the speed. Actually, we can't increase the speed. There's a restriction here. So we're going to just stick with the speed brakes for now. I'm actually going to put in flaps 1+F as well to increase the drag and hopefully increase that descent rate, which it is. So this controller might not be too happy with me here. But what can you do? That's my bad for not paying too much attention.
Direct to Redford, thanks.
Graham, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Welcome. Real Wayne 4, welcome to the chat on Twitch. Hope you're doing well. The tablet is just an overlay there. Sorry I can't say your name, but it's just an overlay for the stream. It's not anything that you can really download. 1228, speedbird 1445. See ya. Alright, we're on the Unicom now. So we've got speed brake out, we've got flaps 1+F. Oh, we've got flaps 1, sorry. and that's given us a decent descent rate here. There is a speed restriction here, which is kind of limiting us a bit. We could potentially go a bit faster, seeing as though we're not actually controlled at the moment. There is an aircraft in front of us, but they're quite a decent distance, so I think I'm going to increase the speed here. So we'll bring the flaps up to flaps 0, and I'm going to pull the speed, and we're going to wind this up to, let's say, 280 knots. Which is going to give us quite a hefty descent rate. We're going to bring in the speed brake as well. And we're flying inbound Bovingdon. Now, like I said earlier on, it's drawn this a bit wonky, really. That's not really where... I'm not sure what this one is. This is Bovingdon 11 miles it's supposed to be, but that's not too representative of what's actually on the charts, because from Bovingdon we're going to fly the 127 radial outbound towards 11 miles, so we'll probably need to go to track FPA once we get a bit closer. So if we have a look here on the Rose VOR, there we go. So we've got the 127 radial in there.
1766 off Heathrow landing, about 10 minutes.
And I mean, that is off to our left, but as you can see, we're currently flying a track of 116, so 117 even. So it's definitely not a left turn like that. It's definitely not. So yeah, we'll go to track FPA once we get a bit closer. I'm actually going to clear myself down further here. We're going to clear ourselves to 7,000 feet, which is the minimum holding level here, and it is actually the required altitude at Bovingdon. So we're going to keep up the descent here. I'm actually going to put the speed brakes back in because this is a bit of a slow descent still.
Can you please confirm runway for departure is 27 right?
27 right.
Right, I'm going to pull the track.
229 is landing at runway 27.
Right, there we go. Now we're descending. We've got thrust idle open descent track. How come my camera resets to the right when I press reset position, says Oliver? Because I've set it up so it does that, basically. That's all it is, really. Okay, so we're approaching Bovingdon here. Let's do a little bit of cheeky VOR navigation here to get us towards the runway. As we get a bit closer in here, this blue line should start to center up. It is indeed. There we go. We're going to actually start the turn already. Oh, it's disappeared. We're flying right overhead the VOR now, so it's turned to 127. And that should be nicely centered when it appears back.
Somewhere down 5095, oh no, somewhere down there, please. Okay, I'll make sure that I don't take it then.
I think we've overshot a little bit, but it should come pretty close in. We're going to turn to 129 just to see if we can correct for that.
Airborne, I mean.
We are very, very high here, though. And there we go. It's coming in now, so we'll go back to 127. Who'd have thunk it? Bit of VOR navigation on approach to Heathrow. And there we go. You can see we're more or less perfectly lined up with our next fix, which is fine. I'm actually going to just go ahead and remove that that one as well. And then we can just go back to nav mode once we get a bit closer. Well, we could do it now, really, couldn't we? Right. Okay, I'm going to get the LS push buttons back in. And yeah, we are still extremely high here. This is going to be a bit of an issue for us, I think. I'm going to wind the speed back to 250 knots here. I don't want to go too quick below 10,000. But we are going to keep the speed up. Keeping the speed brakes out. We are very high here. Very high. We should have held at Bovingdon, really. We are extremely high. This is probably going to be an issue for us, I think. Let's see. Do we have much traffic around us? We don't really. So what we could do is we could just do a cheeky little orbit. Yeah, let's just do a little orbit just to lose some more altitude. So we're going to go to 307. And we're coming through 10,000 feet, so we'll get the seatbelt signs on. Runway turn-offs, landing lights, and nose lights on.
Stand 303, pushing back, facing east. Heathrow traffic.
Probably should have done a left turn there to keep us a bit further separated from the localizer, but never mind. There's Heathrow. My frame rate is going a bit low now, but nevertheless, we shall carry on. And there we go. We've lost plenty of altitude there. Let's get the speed brakes in. We'll go back to manage speeds. Tighten up this turn a bit. And we'll turn this back to 127. Definitely not what you would do in real life on an approach to Heathrow, but nevertheless, it is much quieter here than in the real world, so we can cope with that. We've got another pilot apparently off to our right somewhere. Emirates Stadium down there, I think. Or is that's Wembley Stadium, right? Yeah, it is. So we're going to have to keep an eye out for this other pilot that is somewhere around here. I'm going to get the anti-ice on. A few big clouds knocking about. Let's go to flaps 1. So speed is checked. Flaps 1. Just going to do that to kind of give us a bit of a buffer there on the speed as we're going to continue slowing down here to 180 knots. And actually just going to go back to manage heading now. So we'll go back to nav. We've got nav now. That should bring us in direct to this fix, which it is. Fantastic.
Roger, 1766 last call, 3 miles DME of runway 27 left for landing.
Oh dear, he's landing on the wrong runway. Problematic. So we're going to stay at 7,000 feet. In fact, we can probably do a further descent here. So let's put in 3,000. I'm going to pull that. So thrust idle open descent. We're probably actually a bit late doing that as well. So I'm going to get the speed brakes back in. And we're going to go to local altimeter, which is 1011. Which I'm going to set and press B. That matches, so that's good. Okay, so approach checklist. Briefing is confirmed. ECAM status is checked. Landing distance is 15 miles approximately. Seatbelts are on. BARF is set to 1011 both sides. Minimum is set to 278 both sides. Engine mode selector is in norm. And approach checklist complete. So let's pretend now we are cleared for the approach, cleared to establish on the localizer, and we've reverted to heading mode there. So I'm actually going to give myself a right turn. Not sure why it did that exactly, but let's just do it anyway. You would be on vectors normally at this point. So we'll go to 180 and we'll go lock. So we've got alt blue, localizer blue. Speed brakes are still out at this point. And localizer star. I'll catch up with any chat messages once we get in, guys. As you can see, we've got quite a lot on our plate at the moment. Okay, we're coming down pretty quick here. Let's get the speed brakes in, and we'll go ahead and arm those. We shouldn't need to use those anymore.
This one's a 329, about 24 miles out from Delta Echo Tango VOR, climbing up to London.
Okay, and we'll go 2,500 feet. Carrying on down. Okay, great stuff. Heathrow traffic, Speedbird 1445, established ILS 27 right to 11 miles Heathrow traffic. Okay, so we'll go for flaps. We'll leave the flaps flaps 1 for now, actually. Okay, so we'll arm approach. So we've got glide slope blue now, Cat 3 single, and AP1. So AP1 2, Cat 3 dual.
1766 vacated runway 27 right.
Great stuff. We've got the River Thames below us.
Heathrow traffic number 25 Romeo Whiskey, taxiing holding for November Bravo
Beautiful.
3.
There's some nice blossoms down there in this park. Fantastic.
Via Bravo Link 29er Alpha and Mike.
Right. Okay, we're looking good, guys. Managed to recover that quite well. Speed alt star.
2,500.
2,500 is checked. Radio altimeter alive. And we'll go to... yeah, we'll stay at our current config for now. Let's get the music turned down a bit here. And we'll get the sim volume up a bit as well. Okay, glide slope's coming down. We'll go ahead and set our missed approach altitude as well to 3,000. Glide slope start. Let's go to flaps 2, so speed check. Flaps 2. We'll go ahead and turn the anti-ice off as well. We're not going to need that. Lights are all set. Seatbelts are set. We're looking good. Great stuff. Coming down. Let's get the gear down. Zach, welcome to the chat. Alright, 2,000 feet. Flaps 2, gear down. We are looking good. Let's give the cabin a bing. Let's start the replay. Replay. Recording. It's done. Great stuff. Okay, so coming down now, 1,600 feet above ground level. Let's go to flaps 3. Speed is checked. Heathrow traffic, Speedbird 1445 is on short final for runway 27 right. 4 miles to go. Heathrow traffic. Right, great stuff. Coming up to 1,300. Let's just go to flaps full. So flaps full is selected. Speed is checked. Alright, we're looking good, guys. Let's do a landing checklist. Cabin crew advised auto thrust is speed, auto brake is low, and eco memo landing no blue. Landing checklist complete. Let's land this sucker. Get flight directors off.
1,000.
1,000 is checked. We have got more or less a straight headwind here. Little bit to the left. I'm a little bit right of centre line here, so I'm just correcting for that. We're going a little bit low as well, so I'm correcting for that as well. Definitely overcorrected. Oops. Never mind. Should be fine. 500 feet is checked. Stabilized.
$400.
Come on, get the center line. Remember, touchdown zone center line is what we're aiming for. Smooth landing is a tertiary requirement.
100 above.
Getting a bit low here, pulling up. Visual.
200. Minimum.
Continue.
Yeah, 100.
We're a bit low, but I think we should be fine. I think we've recovered it actually.
50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. 10, 5.
We're down. Speed brakes, decel, reverse green. Let's stir the reverse to 80 knots and to manual braking. We want to roll along to the end of the runway here.
It is traffic to do the 7 mile final heated traffic for 7 light. Additional light to it.
Alright, we're going to give it a little bit of power so we can roll a little bit further here. Alright, off the rudder and onto the tiller here. Gonna keep on rolling. Get the flaps retracted and the speed brakes disarmed.
Before leaving the aircraft, please make sure you have all your personal belongings with you, and remember that smoking is not allowed.
Looking for a left turn here. I think I've passed the exit that I wanted. And we'll keep going. We'll keep going. There's no one behind us, I don't think.
To enable you to take any liquids onto your next flight, these items must be placed into a clear plastic bag available at airport security.
Alright, breaking down.
Customers who use the British Airways mobile app can receive connecting gate information and boarding notifications if you have your device switched on. You can also connect using the free Wi-Fi offered by Heathrow Airport.
Breaking down.
All of us at British Airways on the one more
FPS looks okay. Yeah, it's not too bad actually, I don't think.
to be visiting an enjoyable stay. If you are
Alright, let's get the landing lights off.
we do wish you a safe and pleasant onward journey.
Using the whole runway here, why the heck not? There is an exit right at the end here, so we should be fine. Probably wouldn't do this in real life, but we're doing it anyway. We've gone rogue, chat. Alright, coming down to a slower speed here. Let's do about 10 knots for this turn. Heathrow traffic, 27 right vacated, speedbird 1445, Heathrow traffic. Right, there we go guys, not bad. Not bad. I literally paid for it, why not use all of it? Yes, I love it. And we're right here by the gate we wanted as well. Oh, the frames are going a bit now. Alright, let's get predictive wind shear off and the weather radar. We'll get TCAS to standby as well. Oops. And we're coming into the stand already, so let's get the nose lights off as well. Turn the APU on. In fact, I'm not going to bother with the APU. Actually, I am so indecisive. Look at that, though. That looks brilliant, doesn't it? That looks brilliant. Alright, after landing checklist, flaps are retracted, spoilers disarmed, APU is on, radar is off, predictive wind shear is off. After landing checklist complete. Oh, I've overturned that one. Not too shabby though, not too shabby. Let's see how we're looking outside. Not too shabby at all.
It is obligated to light heated traffic.
There we go. Apparently my strobe lights aren't off. I definitely did turn them off. They're not off. Okay. Never mind. Alright, pack brake is set. AP bleed on. Great stuff. Let's stop the replay. I'm going to shut down the engines. Fuel pumps can come off as well. Beacon light off. Seatbelt signs off for the passengers. Transponder can come off as well now. Great stuff. And then we'll go ahead and connect the jetway for you guys to deboard. And I'm going to go ahead and just turn the radios off because I don't want to hear people speaking. We don't need to hear them. Alright, great stuff. Let's see. 201 feet per minute, nice landing. I'll take that. I'll take that. Let's start the deboarding process. I think we did get center line and touchdown zone there, though, so I'm quite pleased with that. Here we are at Heathrow, guys. Welcome. Whilst the passengers are deboarding, let's have a quick look at the landing report here. 199 feet per minute on SimToolkitPro, so not too bad, actually. Pretty decent, I think. Not butter, but, you know, 1.05 G. That's pretty good. Landing speed, 124 knots, so right on the landing speed there. You guys remember VAP was 129, and the landing speed VLS was 124, so we're right on the speed there. Look at that, right in the touchdown zone. 13 feet left to center line, but not too shabby at all, really, I don't think. So pretty happy with that one, I think. And yeah, that is a pretty nice one. Great stuff. Okie dokie, so we'll get the passengers deboarded. Welcome. Beautiful, this is looking very nice, isn't it? Very nice indeed. I'm actually going to just disconnect on VATSIM because we're going to do a replay in a second. And I'm just going to nip away for just a second. Just going to nip away and I'll be back with you in 1 minute, guys. Alright then, chat. Let's go. Holy shit, we've got a lot of viewers. Amazing, guys. Well, if you enjoyed that, please do hit the thumbs up button on the stream. It really does help me out. A+, 201 feet per minute. Can't complain. Can't complain. Yeah, still getting used to that new flare law, but I think we've managed it. Probably could have done a bit more of a flare, to be honest with you, because we did land pretty much on the aiming point. So, yeah, probably could have flared more there. Right, so let's close self-loading cargo, and we'll go ahead and have a go at the replay. Let's. We've got the APU bleed on, haven't we? So we'll just go ahead and fire up both the engines, and we'll have a look at the replay. Let's disconnect the jetway as well. Look at this scenery, though. That is nice looking, isn't it? Holy moly. Very nice indeed, iniScene. Yeah, this terminal looks very cool, doesn't it? I mean, this is a huge airport. I'm not going to be able to cover it all here. But as you can see, the ground texture is pretty nice. Markings pretty decent as well. Yeah, nice. Let's see what the signage is like. You know, I'm a sucker for good signage. Yeah, pretty nice. Pretty nice. So we'll have a quick look at the replay, and then we'll maybe just have a bit more of a scan around the airport. I don't have too much time to do a full tour, but we'll have a look anyway, nevertheless. All right. How are we doing? Okay. Engine's slowly spooling up. The right engine, it doesn't seem to be doing too much. Oh, I've turned the fuel pumps off, that's why. The left engine started because I accidentally left one of the fuel pumps off. We didn't do the parking checklist either, did we? But let's just do that and imagine we've not restarted the engines or turned the fuel pumps back on. So yellow electric pump was off, APU bleed was on, engines were off, seatbelts were off, external lights were as required, and fuel pumps were off. So that was the parking checklist complete. Obviously parking brake was set as well. Right, so let's let that do its thing, and then we'll have a look at that replay real quick. The commentator asked, do I run MSFS at 1080 or 2K? It's at 2K. We pay for the runway, so we use all the runway. Yes, I love it, Mikey. Brilliant. This stand looks nice, though. A nice bit of clutter here. So, yeah, I'm feeling that. Is London Scenery payware? It is, yeah. This is a payware scenery by iniScene. iniScene. Oh, the city. The city is not necessarily... I do have the London landmarks by Orbex, but we didn't really see any of that on the approach. So, yeah. The London city that we saw then on the approach is mainly included in the sim. Alright, guys. Let's see then. Oh, dear. The engines are... There we go. That's a bit better, isn't it? Alright, let's see. APU is still on, isn't it? Very good. Alright, let's see how this looked coming in then. Let's do a bit of this action. We'll fast forward it a bit. Trying not to crash the sim, of course. Alright, here we go. So coming in, I actually came in over the threshold at quite a good height. I think I was about 50 feet, so I don't think I was actually quite as low as I thought I was. 50 feet is what we aim for after all. And then coming in, looking fairly decent there, a little bit of a flare. And yeah, one thing I noticed, I was sort of fighting with the nose a little bit. I think I should have given a bit more back pressure there. But nevertheless, that looked like a fairly decent landing, I think. Fairly nice indeed. Fairly happy with that one. Let's get a different camera on the go. And let's see. There we go. Jean-Michel, no worries at all, dude. Take it easy. Take it easy, dudes. Frames seem good. Yeah, my frames aren't too bad, actually. I think I've definitely experienced worse at some airports. I think probably compares to... Oh, look at this car park down there. That's very nicely modelled in, isn't it? But I think it's comparable to maybe Zurich by the one that was included in the update. Runway texture's looking pretty nice as well. The engines are making some very random sounds, aren't they? Yeah, so a little bit to the right centre line. Oh, look at that little bounce, actually. A little tiny bounce. Yeah, I definitely could have done with a bit more back pressure there. I'm still getting used to that new flare law, but nevertheless, we managed to point in towards the centre line. And I think that was a pretty nice landing, actually. Not too bad at all. Am I able to turn the engines on to see the replay? The engines are on. Flaps aren't down either for some reason. It does look good, this scenery, though, doesn't it? Like, how they've got all these buildings externally to the airport as well is very nice. But yeah, I would say it's better than the Asobo one. If I've missed any questions, guys, feel free to ask them again. I'm looking at the chat right now. I think I might have missed some stuff on the approach there. Yeah, more than welcome to ask again. When am I next in the CRJ, Stephen says. I don't actually know, Stephen, to be honest with you. I've fallen out a little bit with that aircraft. So, I don't know. I'm really enjoying the A32NX at the moment. Let's put it that way. They've added some really, really good stuff recently, and I'm really enjoying it. So, I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm not sure. But now that you've asked, maybe I'll do that next stream. We'll see. Shania, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Oh, you're behind me. Fantastic. Amazing, dude. Well, I heard you on the I heard you on the radios, actually. Very good. Virgin Atlantic hangar there, looking very good. Ooh, nice touchdown sounds as well. That sounded new. Wow, look at that wing flex. That's a bit heavy. If I press F, I can control the plane. I'm not sure what that one means, to be honest, Mary. I've not come across that one before. So I didn't turn the engine off after parking because I can't replay if I turn off the engines. DK, are you referring to the Asobo replay tool or an external one? Because I used SkyDolly for that replay then. I didn't use the Asobo one. But yeah, the Asobo one, you want to make sure you leave the engines on and then stop the replay and then save the replay, and then you can turn off your engines. Defuse, thank you very much for the sub on YouTube. Undercomeup76, thank you very much for the sub as well on YouTube. Welcome to the channel, guys. Real Rainfall, thank you very much for the follow on Twitch as well. Welcome to the channel. Amila, Velox, and Easy Simulation, thank you very much all for the subs as well on YouTube. Thank you very much, guys. Much appreciated. And if you have enjoyed the stream today, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, guys. I would very much appreciate that. It really does help out when you do that. Alright then, great stuff, guys. So let's have a look at the airports then. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So, as we said earlier on, ground text was quite good. I quite like the way they've... I'm not sure if they're using custom satellite imagery as well, but I quite like the way it's sort of... It all kind of blends in quite well, and it looks quite realistic in terms of the satellite imagery versus the ground textures, so that's quite nice. This terminal, I believe, does have a little bit of an inside, but it's not really meant to be viewed from the inside. It's very basic, but that looks good. I do really like the look of this building. It does look very authentic to the real airfield. You can see they've done a bit of modelling on the outside here as well with the car parks and things like that. Is there anything in particular you guys want to see on this airport? Because it's absolutely huge, so I'm not sure where exactly to start. But the jetways are looking good. We've already seen that. And I do think there's quite a nice amount of ground clutter as well about, which is quite nice. This has an internal as well, a little bit. What is going on in the middle there? That looks a bit interesting, doesn't it? But that's looking pretty cool. Look how long these jetways are. Dear oh dear. Change to nighttime. Okay, we'll do that. Terminal 4. I'll have to remind myself where Terminal 4 is, but we can certainly have a look at that. Terminal 4. Terminal 2, Terminal 3. Where is Terminal 4 actually? Oh, it's all the way over in the corner, isn't it? So, over by the cargo, over here. So the cargo apron actually looks quite good. I have seen this on some of the previews. Lots of clutter down here. I like the clutter. The clutter is very good. Nice. And then this is Terminal 4 here, right? Yeah, it looks pretty good. Slow the camera down a bit. Yeah, looks good. Textures are pretty nice and crisp. You've got PBR, you've got the stand numbers and things like that, things you'd expect. Nice bit of ground glitter. Again, the jetways looking quite nice. No inside, it's just opaque, but the window textures do look pretty good. I will give them that. So this is Terminal 4. Yeah, looking pretty good, I think. I mean, yeah, I mean, I think it's got, it feels very, it feels much more lifelike than the Asobo one, that's for sure. We've got the Crown Plaza in here as well. And this big wall here. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. Yeah, looks pretty decent, I think. Looks pretty good. We've got another hotel there as well, the Premier Inn. Oh, it's just a blast fence, isn't it? Interesting that it's right behind the building there. Never noticed that before. Little radio tower here, looking very cool. Where else do you want to see, guys? Where else? Change the lighting to nighttime. Yes, we can. Is the replay payware? No, it's not. It's available on flightsim.to. And the one I use is called Sky Dolly. There is another one called Flight Recorder as well. They're both equally as good as each other, to be honest with you. So nighttime. Looks quite decent. You've got the whole short lines there with the red lights. Let's have a quick look over here. Yeah, night lighting looks pretty good, I think. The windows at night, maybe not the greatest. It does look a bit blurry. But it's okay. It's okay. Let's nip over to one of the terminals that have got some internal modelling here. Apparently these cranes are animated as well. Don't seem to move during the night, which is... I wonder if that's something they've coded in there. I've seen some sceneries do stuff like that before. Let's try it real quick. We'll go back to nighttime in a sec, but let's just put it to daytime and see what happens. Okay, they're not moving, but apparently they are animated, those cranes. Oh, lost my mouse. Yeah, I mean, the night lighting looks good. I mean, I don't really know what Heathrow looks like at night, to be quite honest, so I can't really comment as to whether it's realistic, but it does look pretty good. The opaque window textures, like I say, they do look a bit blurry, but not too bad. Got some... the Turkish Airlines branding out here. Very pink lighting at Terminal 3 entrance. Is that actually what it's like at Terminal 3? Let's head over to where we parked and see what the night lighting is like there. Yeah, not bad. I mean, the inside of this terminal is like pitch black, which is not that great, is it? I don't think, you know, it would be like that at all, but I mean, the night lighting on the stands looks good, but the inside of that building is pretty poor, isn't it? This one had an interior as well, didn't it? Let's see what that one looks like. Yeah, again, very, very dark inside there. Very dark. But, I mean, the lighting around the stands does look pretty good, I think. What else have we got? I mean, it's going to be impossible for me to look around all of this, to be quite honest. There's so much. As you can see, there's a ton of stuff outside of the airfield as well that's modelled. I'm going to give it a rating, guys. I'm going to give it a rating just on my initial impressions. My initial impressions are... it's good. I mean, I think it feels like the airport, if you know what I mean, and that is the main thing. So, based on that, and based on, you know, the stuff that's important to me usually in an airport scenery is the ground textures, the signage, and the clutter around the stands, and the ground markings as well. I think they're the most important things, honestly, because those are the things that you're going to be seeing the most. You know, the textures and modelling on some of the buildings, it can be a little bit forgiven because, you know, you don't always look at those too close up and things like that. And overall, the modelling is actually very, very good here. It is a huge airport, so I also do understand, you know, they maybe can't go too crazy with everything because of frame rate issues. And with it being London, close proximity to the city as well. So I also understand that the FPS, you know, is a consideration. So what am I going to give it? What am I going to give it? I think I'm going to give it 7. I think I'll give it a 7. A straight 7. I think. No, I'm going to give it a bit higher. I'm going to give it a 7.4, I think. I think I'll give it a 7.4. Maybe a 7.6 at a push. I think I would recommend it for sure, especially if you're flying to Heathrow a lot. It is definitely a huge, huge improvement on the default, and it looks like iniBuilds have done a very good job at giving a faithful representation of what it is like at the airport as well. Because, like I say, it's just got that lived-in feel. You know, it doesn't look too clean. It doesn't look too new. It doesn't look, you know, it doesn't look fake, I think is what I'm trying to say. So I think that is quite a big thing for an airport scenery as well. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. It's approximately 634 times better than the standard. It certainly is. It certainly is. Hey, Blue Games, welcome to the chat, dude. Hope you're doing well, brother. Good to see you. How is it on FPS? I mean, it seems okay. It seems okay. When I was on VATSIM earlier, it was a little bit worse. Let's see, actually, if I can bring up my FPS here. So I'm currently getting 30 FPS. Pretty consistent 30 FPS, but as you can see, there are a few stutters here and there. But around 30. So not too bad, honestly, considering how much detail there is here. Not too bad. Not too bad. Good to see you in the chat anyway, Blue. Guys, anyway, that is going to be it from me today. I do need to dash off. We'll probably fly out of here on the next stream as well. So if you want to see more of this airport, we will cover that on the weekend. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream today. Do leave a like on the way out if you enjoyed. Hope you guys have a fantastic Thursday evening. Like I say, that is going to be it from me for today. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for all the likes so far and the new subs. Really appreciate you, as well as the follows on Facebook and the stars on Facebook as well. And for the couple of followers we got on Twitch as well, guys. So thank you very much. Hope you guys have a fantastic evening. Bye for now.